now, EnVy, they've got a search and destroy to win to stay in the winner bracket.
They are actually amazing at search and destroy. Their teamwork is second to absolute none. They are really good at laying down strats and well, it's C-Town actually, so it's going to be quite interesting as either NA team will play this religiously, as will the Certo members. So it's going to be an interesting one because obviously EnVy would not have had a lot of time to work on it. So
I think a lot of the time that the American teams would actually play this would be on, of course, Major League Game Battles, because they still got it in their rule set on that one. However, they don't actually play it very often. So now, of course, we will be going on board with the attacking side first of all, on board with EnVy, and we're going to start things off with Dido, using the sleight of hand, quick draw, pro, dead silence, and impact proficiency.
Let's see what this Apex team can do. Can they actually shut this down? Coming in actually with the seeds, obviously, they completely lost their seed due to Saints not attending. So they've done really well to get this far, coming up against a strong EnVy side, and they're actually currently leading 2 maps than one they did take the first and third map. So let's see if they can carry that momentum in this search and destroy. Again, for the stream viewers, we won't be very descriptive on our commentary due to the fact that because in this amazing arena actually that we do have today.
Yeah, it is absolutely massive. I'm sure you've seen on the stream already from some of the long pan-out shots from the camera, but now we are watching Proofy chuck a Semtex over straight up the middle. Parasite making the first go there on Killer, but Apex quick to answer back, both 2quick and Revan both getting kills. That is Revan's first search and destroy kill of this best of 5 series already, and now I'm sure that will make him feel a lot better, but they do need to be getting down. But now 2-1 is what we are seeing for Apex against EnVy in this best of 5 here. Winner bracket round number 5 in the Mad Catz Modern Warfare 3 Championship here in Manchester at EGL8 Event City.
On board with Proofy now, 1 minute and 20 seconds coming up on that clock now. 2-1 to Apex, as you can see on your screens now. On board with Proofy around the bomb site actually. He does now have the bomb.
He has got the support of his teammate just watching his back. I mean, as he tries to advance up the map and try and make something happen for the EnVy team. Of course, they are the better of the 2 search and destroy sides, is what you would, of course, predict based on what we saw on Underground. Now, Proofy just trying to make something happen, try and wait it out, bait the Apex lineup a little bit. Let's see what he can do.
Apologies for the sound you may actually be hearing. That is Telcom over the top of the event, but the bomb has actually went down. 38 seconds clicking down now. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. It is actually a 2v2 situation. Dido actually taking out 2quick though, so I think it is actually Revan on his own to take on his former teammate Dido and Proofy.
Yeah, we are going to get on board with Revan now, who I don't think he meant to jump over that white wall there. He has actually been tagged in the back and in the front as well. Dido mentioned to shut that down, and they do take their first round again in search and destroy.
Well played by Dido there. He did actually have the help from his teammate there as he put some shots into Revan's back. So they worked well together to take him out there, and that is going to be a 1-0 to EnVy. Let's see what they can do, what Apex can do on the attack here, sorry.
Yeah, we'll stay on board with Apex for the attack. We'll get on board with Fizzurp first of all, rushing straight into this middle map area where you will often find a lot of gun battles until the later stages where it gets a little bit more tense. People often try and skirt wide around the map just to try and avoid anything and get perhaps a sneaky plant off without being spotted. Not always the case, of course, but now we are on board with Fizzurp pushing up this side.
Using the PP9 extreme conditioning and range proficiency, and he's in a really good position. That gun battle coming up as Twiz does actually take him out there very easily. Will they actually know that they have managed to secure the bomb?
I think, to be honest, the position that Twiz was in there, he will know what's just happened. I mean, he's only looking halfway down those stairs. Fizzurp did get caught completely unawares by him, but now Killer looking into that middle map, taking down Parasite off that head glitch. Impressive ACR shooting from him. Looks straight up top to see if he can find where Twiz was, but not seeing him revealing himself. But 3 versus 3 here in the second round of this search and destroy.
Let's actually move on board with somebody who is down the left-hand side. That's going to be Revan. Shots are being fired and taken by the EnVy player. Revan's in a very good position here to do something about this, but he has to be careful as they won't know where he is now. Well played by him, though. He's going to move away with that ACR, using extreme condition and focus. Killer, again, doing absolute work. He's just taking out Twiz and 2quick taking out Dido. That's going to be 1-1.
Yeah, they have, of course, levelled the scores here on the Search and Destroy. They're not letting that deficit get too much for them this time. Interesting the way they moved up that map there. They were all sort of, one was on the left, one was on the right, one was bang in the middle, and they moved up in exactly synchronicity.
Is that a word?
I'm sure it is, but if it's not, I do apologise. But now we are going to stay on board with Apex now, see if they can do any defensive work. We'll get off from Fizzerp and on Killer. We'll go on board with Revan, see how he can play. But of course, they are playing very, very defensive, so we may even have to switch things up and go on board with an attack unless something happens very, very soon. But no, Killer has been stunned. He has managed to get a grenade off in that presence. That, of course, will buy him a little bit of time and able to get away from whatever player was near him with that stun.
Taking cover behind the chicken. Using the ACR red dot sight. Let's see what he can do with this. That was a bit annoying, wasn't it? I'm glad he moved away from that.
I must admit, I mean, the strength that these players will have their headsets whilst at LAN will be very, very loud, and to be stood directly by a chicken would be slightly irritating. But shots fired over towards his left. Parasite has taken down Fizzerp towards that B-bomb. Revan picking up a kill on Proofy. Killer firing bullets over.
He needs help from his teammates here. He's got a lot of defending to do on that B-bomb site. They know somebody's around there. Let's have a switch about. Revan actually near the center at the moment, so let's see what he can do here with the ACR. He's actually going to try and help his teammate or not.
Slight disadvantage here using the ACR because, of course, it is a lot of close quarter combat in that specific area where he is right now, which could, of course, cost him dearly. But no, he's trying to make his way around and get into a safer position whilst watching every different angle towards that area.
Well played just to hold this here. They could be aggressive and they could push out to try and look for the kill, but Parasite's actually managed to take out Killer as well, so they will have to look towards that bomb site now. Revan in a good position here. They really do need to be keeping an eye on that bomb though.
A lot of pre-firing happening from the EnVy lineup. I think now it is 2 versus 2. Quick has just taken down Twiz. Shots fired from Revan, but unfortunately nothing has been landed onto the players. But there is one, there is another as well. Can he pick him off that head glitch? He would be unwise to challenge there. That was smart play from Revan. Landed a couple of bullets, but then didn't challenge for the kill. So now they are 2 versus 1. If we get on board with Parasite, see how he can answer back. Time is ticking, 21 seconds left to go. Too quick there to shut him down. And they do go into the lead on Search and Destroy for the first time in this best-of-5 tournament. Modern Warfare 3 Mad Catz Championship winner bracket round number 5 as Trash Talk gets thrown over.
Parasite did very, very well there actually. He took out 2 members of the EnVy team towards the B-bomb site and then went towards the A-bomb site for the plant, but nothing could happen for him. I think we should actually, oh yeah, we've already changed over to the EnVy side, who are now going to defend. On board with Privy using that ACR red dot site. Extreme conditioning with focus.
I think we should actually flick on board with Twiz, see how he plays this, because of course he did make an early kill last time whilst they were actually defending. They had an early gunfight with Revan, but now he is just secure into this bottom carpet area.
We will actually jump on board with somebody else. Actually, let's go on board with Parasite. Using the ACR, a little bit strange for him. We usually do see him equipped with his PP90, obviously the objective SMG player of Team EnVy. Down this side now, using the ACR, just being very, very patient, and EnVy really need to gain this defense, and they know it.
Yeah, Parasite has, of course, spotted somebody now. Will he be able to land shots? I mean, it's going to be a risky one if he starts shooting through that area, but who knows? Dido there has managed to drop Killer, but Fizzerp dropping Proofy as well, so kills being exchanged between the 2 sides, bringing it down to 3-3. So this will, of course, be easier to attempt to attack for the Apex lineup, and a little bit harder to defend from EnVy, I would have thought.
Let's have a look at the scoreboard, actually, and it is now 3 versus 3. Stay on board. Parasite shots are being fired. He has to be careful that he doesn't go up into the library. Sitting in the back here, he has a lot of defensive work to do. He's under a lot of pressure. Dido has actually managed to take out 2 quick though, and Twiz takes out Revan. So that is actually going to be a 3v1 situation. Let's change it up and go on board with Fizzerp, who's actually going to get taken out straight away by Parasite there. That's going to be 2-2.
Yeah, we will get back on board with EnVy, see how they can play for the attack as well. But as it stands, scores tied here in this Search and Destroy, 2 apiece. Is currently 2-1 to Apex in this best-of-5 here against EnVy in the winner bracket round number 5 of the Mad Catz Modern Warfare 3 EGL8 Championship here in Manchester at Event City.
Again, on board with Twiz here, he's been extremely impressive with me, coming up with clutch plays. That's what EnVy have been doing every single day. They've just been coming up, maybe not looking any better than their opponent, but then they will come up with a big 2-piece, 3-piece, huge kill to stop a flag, and that makes the difference between them and the opposition. But, you know, Apex have played extremely well here so far, and I'll be one to say that I thought EnVy would come into this and pretty much walk it, because obviously Apex coming into this with a brand new pickup in the form of Revan. So
yeah, I mean, you say that. I mean, he was here to actually do the commentary, but he is a very well-established player himself. I think he's finished like 4th at Nationals. I don't know his full history, as obviously we didn't know he was going to be playing until yesterday. So we did not have time to do extensive research on that player, but now kills being exchanged between the sides. 2 versus 2 now, and we are on board with Proofy.
1 minute and a half left on the clock, using that Semtex. And yeah, again, we did see that huge grenade from him before. Hasn't been able to repeat that feat so far in this map, but he will have time using this ACR red dot site. And let's see what he can do pushing on the bomb site with his teammate.
So the Americans tend to spend a lot more time than what I think the Europeans do, looking at various different nade spots, because we did see earlier on in this round Twiz go for an absolute worldy nade straight over the middle, but of course didn't land anything. But now they are advancing up, trying to make something happen in the last minute of this search and destroy game here.
Actually, something interesting to keep an eye out on EnVy's team. When you see them start at the beginning of the game, a lot of them will stop, look down at the position they're in, look up into the sky, get the right position, and throw that grenade and stun over, because they do know that those members of their team will be pushing that area at that time. And it's very smart play to do. It's something that will take a lot of time to learn, but you know, it will come up and help them in every single map they play. On board with Proofy at the moment, using the ACR red dot site. Actually 30 seconds left on the clock, so they need to do something now. Still on board with Proofy.
Yeah, with only 22 seconds left on that clock, that time is ticking as we switch between the two players, seeing what is happening. But that bomb has gone down now, so 45 seconds left of this round to go. Parasite has got to defend that bomb along with Proofy, as Apex have got to attack towards it. No one has been spotted as of yet, so time is ticking down. Parasite's had shots fired into his side, has managed to get away around that bomb. Get himself some cover, but Proofy dropping Revan now, so 1 versus 2. Let's get on board with Apex. See what Too Quick can do as he sees Parasite on his right, gets cover from that bomb. No, it's not going to happen for him. Unfortunately, he virtually had to rush straight into 2 hard aiming players. But there we go. We are seeing EnVy now take the lead 3-2.
3-2 to EnVy, as you just said, Gooch, and of course 2-1 to Apex in the game. Let's see what he can do now, and we will actually jump on board with Apex now. See what they can do in this defense. They're currently winning 3-2.
Apex are currently losing 3-2. We switched over. Now we are on board with Killer as he pushes it into that middle area. They, of course, if they win 2 rounds back-to-back here, they will take this 3-1, or if they lose another round, we will be seeing a lockdown last map. Capture the flag.
See what Killer can do through the middle of the map here. He did actually do extremely well with that ACR last time round. Let's see what he can do. Surely none of the EnVy teammates will go in that spot again that Killer did take them out from, so still with him in the middle of the map at the moment. And again, guys, on the stream, apologize for the commentary not exactly being too descriptive, but of course we do have to be careful with the players obviously being able to hear it.
We don't want to disrupt and change the outcome of the tournament by being too descriptive for you, but now we are on board with Killer still, as he's trying to provide some support for his teammates as they do attempt to now push up a little bit more and cause some damage.
Not a lot of action going on, although shots have actually been fired down this side at the moment in time. A lot of bullets by both teams. 1 minute and 10 seconds coming up on that clock now. On board with Killer still. Let's see if he can actually make any frags at this moment in time. Do seem to be taking their time here, Apex.
Yeah, they are being very, very cautious. They don't want to slip up. They know that they need to win this round now. And if we have a quick look at the kills, I mean, it's fairly balanced, but I don't even think they'll be able to get defense should they win this. So they should be playing purely for the objective now to get this bomb down. Only 45 seconds left to play here. Otherwise, this map does go to EnVy, but what does go to EnVy is the first blood, and that is Proofy with only 40 seconds left on that clock. The first kill has been made. Too Quick taking down Parasite. Shots being fired on board with Killer.
Still on board with Killer at this moment in time with this ACR red dot sight. They have a lot of work to do. 25 seconds left on the clock. 3 versus 3, and it's going to boil down to this for Apex. They really do need to make this round if they want to stay in this SND and possibly go for the win completely. This is obviously their 3rd victory if they can manage to get a Killer with a big kill on Dido now. Last guy alive is Twiz against Killer, and it's still 1v1, so we'll actually move on to Twiz though, who's just going to do absolutely great work there. He actually has Revan to take out. Big play by him. Let's see what he can do. 27 seconds left on the clock.
He's got a bomb to defuse. He's got Revan to find, and only 22 seconds left to do it. This would be a 1 versus 3 to actually win them the round and indeed the map as well, as he advances towards this area now. Running straight past. No, he's left it too late, but he does go and get the kill. Of course, he won't be able to get the defuse in that time. He wanted to make sure that they would actually get the defense in that last round, so we will see how this goes now.
Astro thought EnVy had actually won the round there. Unfortunately, they couldn't get to the bomb in time there. That is now 3-3.
Of course, Astro, part of the EnVy organisation, and he is joining us here in Europe for this absolutely fantastic event now. Attack or defend, on who are we going on board with?
I think we should go on board with Apex to see how they can attack this. They are indeed if they win this round, they will advance on to the next round. And an interesting position taken up by Revan here with the ACR.
It's a good job he didn't advance just a little bit more forward, otherwise he might have been no more in this round. Of course, this is the final round. Let's bring up the scoreboard, see how everybody's playing. Fizzip not having the best of games here on Search and Destroy C-Town, but top fragger for their team is Too Quick and Killer, joined on 6 kills by Twiz on the EnVy team.
On board Revan, who's actually having a half-decent game. He is -1, but he has played very, very well. He managed to keep a hold of Twiz up for just long enough before he did manage to get taken out, but he held off long enough so the bomb could not be defused. Still on board with him, using the ACR red dot sight, extreme conditioning pro and focus being the main perks. Of course, quick draw pro and dead silence pro for anybody who does not watch. Is generally, I don't see anything else. So obviously we try to tell you everything that they will be changing up, which is the first perk. They will often change up between extreme conditioning, possibly scavenger sometimes, and sleight of hand.
Yeah, he is using that focus proficiency rather than the impact, which will, of course, increase the bullet damage when firing through walls. But 2 kills being exchanged now. Killer taking down Parasite. Killer with a 2-piece there, taking down Proofy as well. Let's get on board with Killer. What is happening with him? He's pushed up heavy on this right-hand side. This is looking good for Apex, of course. If they win this round, they've got 1 minute to do so. They will advance into winner bracket round number 6.
55 seconds left to go. This is going to be a huge gun battle coming up here. Killer putting bullets into one of the members of the EnVy team. They have 3 members up against the 2. Revan with a big grenade on a Twiz. Dido has it all to do to keep EnVy into this game.
Dido 1 versus 3 against Apex to keep them in the winner bracket here in the Mad Catz MW3 Championship. What is happening? He has taken bullets. He has hit bullets as well. 37 seconds left on that clock. What is going to happen? He does land that first kill on Killer. Now a 1 versus 2. Dido has got a huge mountain to climb now as he pushes in towards the area of the bomb. He has just picked that up. Oh,
he's going to
Dido there taking down Revan. 1 versus 1, 20 seconds left. Dido could become a hero for EnVy here and keep them in the winner bracket. What is going to happen? 15 seconds left on that clock. He needs to find that player or get that bomb defused. He's going to do it. He's done it. Absolutely huge play from Dido there. 1 versus 3 with the bomb defuse. Over 520 points to keep them in the winner bracket. Absolutely huge play, huge reaction here from our high capacity crowd. Absolutely fantastic. You will have just seen there Astro standing up, clapping, applauding his team. That was absolutely incredible from Dido. Wow.
Excellent wow. Play there. That was absolutely amazing. As soon as he got that first kill, that was the hardest bit of that there. Picked himself up, got the second one brilliantly as well.
Proof he just like flew towards me. I was scared for my life, I must admit. But